I would like to start off by posing a question. Just how free is free speech? In Chapter 12, we are informed that Congress shall make no law that would stifle our ability as private and public persons to speak freely and without consequence within reason. However, there are entities and policies put in place to regulate what may or may not be constituted as protected. Some policies that protect an individual or entity are slander and libel laws that are typically decided on by state government or agencies such as the FCC, as stated in our textbook. When discussing defamation cases, we must decide if we are talking about a public figure or a private citizen. Mink law defines the criteria for proving a case against a public official to be much more rigorous. The plaintiff must prove that the defendant has shown reckless disregard when publishing a markedly false claim regarding the plaintiff. When bringing about legal action regarding a private citizen, reckless disregard is not needed to prove defamation. A plaintiff who is a private citizen must prove that the defamer showed negligence in considering or confirming that a statement is false prior to the publication rather than the more stringent reckless disregard. While there are a number of freedoms afforded by the First Amendment, the exponential growth of the internet has made a number of things difficult to discern. While we see ourselves as private individuals, we must remember that everything we post on the internet is typically done so via a third-party public forum. We are indeed private citizens, but due to the nature of platforms such as Facebook, we waived some of our rights we previously had concerning privacy. One such case is Jacqueline Hammond posting a defamatory comment about a previous co-worker. Hammond implied the individual she was referencing killed her child due to gross negligence while intoxicated. The case proved that the claim about Hammond's co-worker was false and non-factual. As the claim posted on Facebook was proven false, Hammond's statement that was made on a public forum was found to be libelous. The plaintiff was awarded emotional damages and legal fees as the defendant was found to be at fault. The First Amendment does protect forms of speech, such as the right not to speak, wearing certain clothing as a form of protest, using profane words and phrases, contributing money to political campaigns, to advertise commercial products and services, and engaging in symbolic forms of protest. What is not legally protected is an act that incites others to violence or illegal acts, is libelous, slanderous, hateful, or obscene. The burden of proof may lie on the plaintiff, but this does not always mean the defendant is safe from saying something that can be proven as harmful. Laws vary from state to state, but are pretty consistent in protecting the safety and reputations of individuals from violent, false, or dangerous claims or statements. Another excellent example of a defamation case concerning a third-party public platform is that of Grace versus eBay Incorporated. Roger Grace purchased several items from a seller on eBay understood to be Hollywood memorabilia. Grace was dissatisfied with the products he had purchased and received and left negative feedback on the seller's profile. This prompted the seller to leave negative feedback on Grace's profile, stating Grace should be banned from eBay. Grace, not taking kindly to the retaliation, decided to take legal action. The case against eBay was originally dismissed as eBay's user agreement urges users to abstain from inflammatory language and defamatory feedback, both for buyers and sellers. Both parties must agree to the user agreement before utilizing the service eBay provides. The user agreement also states eBay is not responsible for removing libelous comments made by either buyers or sellers. The case also established that a provider or user may not be treated as the publisher or speaker. The respondent party was found not to be at fault and could not be held legally accountable for the comments made by a user of the service. While it may seem that people are suing everybody for anything, that simply isn't the case. Many parameters must be met in order to even bring about legal action. Even if a party were to bring about a case against a person or party, several cases are dismissed or settled outside of court. While many interpret free speech as the ability to say or do whatever they wish, they still must act as a law-abiding citizen. Without laws to protect the innocent, there would only be chaos. Thank you for listening.